boys KHSAA Sweet 16 tournament champion, the Great Crossing Warhawks. We have Coach Vince Dawson, Gage Richardson, and Malachi Marino. Coach, comments, please.
I'd like to hear you repeat that again. Winners of the but so proud of my kids, man. We got tired, I think, in the third quarter and stopped defending a little bit, but we defended so well for 2.5 quarters to get that large lead, and then persevered at the end. But I mean, my goodness, 6 years of our program to be able to celebrate a state title is absolutely unbelievable. Obviously, when you got players like these guys to my left, but you know, Trey was at our first open gym 6 years ago. So for him to him and the others, obviously, to be able to culminate a career, in this way is you just can't beat that feeling. It'll never go away. That's what I told them late in the fourth quarter when they retired. I said, tiredness will go away, but your regret of letting tiredness cause you to lose a game will never go away.
Questions?
So to any of you on stage, or all four of you, what does this win mean to your program and to your guys' career, and how hard you all worked?
It means everything. We fought so hard for this, and these are my brothers right here, and I couldn't be more proud of them, coach, everybody on our team, and it just feels amazing.
I mean, there's really no better way to go out than that, so it means everything for real.
This just shows all the hard work and dedication we put into this. We've been going at it since we were freshmen. I think just growing up kind of led us to this point, and it's something we always dreamed of, so it's time to achieve it.
And for the guy that put this together 6 years ago, man, it's a dream come true. I never thought, I can't believe I was on, Rep Marina winning the state championship. So, a little boy growing up in this community, you just can't beat it.
Coach, I went to one of your high school games this year, and I noticed that they announced what middle school a lot of these players come. So talk about what that means with just how these kids grew up together, and you as the head coach seeing them evolve, from a brand new school to state champions.
Yeah, well, when I got the job, I was at Scott County Middle School before, and both Malachi and Gage played for me when they were sixth graders. So, and then obviously Vince was at our, was at Georgetown Middle at our competing school. So, we do that for a reason. We do have kids from our community, so it's, for everybody in our community, it was awesome when we went to the elementary schools this week or last week, just the way they celebrated those kids and really look up to them. And now they can see what these guys did and can dream that, maybe I can be the next person to do that.
For any of the players, it's one thing to win a state title. It's another thing to win it when you are expected to win one. And you can see that growth over the last 6 years. What has that journey been like mentally when people look to you and say, is this going to be the year? Are you going to do it now?
I think we kind of take that as motivation. People expect us to win, so we can't really go out and kind of just lay low. We got to go out and compete every single possession. And I think that today, or actually this weekend, we were able to prove that. So
I personally think we had a lot of people doubting us during the season, so I don't know why, but I felt like we had a lot of people that were talking about other teams, and we had never wavered in our locker room who was going to be sitting here tonight.
For Gage and Gage, I know you had brothers both in runner-up situations for Scott County, and Malachi, you had your brother was in runner-up twice. What does this mean for you? What are you taking home to your brothers this evening? And also then for Coach, what's the story behind that particular warm-up, as you all were wearing it?
Oh, well, this is the Billy Hicks Classic, so, Coach Hicks obviously meant a lot to our community, so we wore it today as coaches on purpose. Wanted to get here, and, obviously he was instrumental in our community, meant a lot to all these kids growing up. Everybody looked up to him, so just our special way, without saying it, just put it on our chest to let, him, his family, and the community know what we thought about him.
I'm definitely going home with bragging rights. Watching him kind of go through the process and kind of just set a dream in the back of my head that, I wanted to be here, I wanted to make it to this day. And yeah, all I gotta say is I got bragging rights now. So
Yeah, you know, same as Malachi, you know, I can kind of rub it in their face now, but, you know, I know they're proud of me and, you know, they're here tonight and I'm thankful for them. Yeah.
Steve, can you think back 6 years ago when you took the job, and did you have a vision of this moment ultimately happening? And would you say it happened sooner or later, maybe, that or did you even think in those terms?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you coach high school basketball in Kentucky, you always have that vision that's there. Obviously, the first couple of years we were average. So, but I knew, you know, Malachi played for us that the second year of the program. Vince started. I think it was COVID year, if I'm not mistaken, our second year of the program. So that was a kind of condensed schedule, and we saw it, you know, from there. But I mean, yes, I thought it, but I'd be lying to you if I thought 6 years in we were gonna be hoisting the trophy on day one. You know, April of whatever 2019, when these guys showed up, we felt pretty confident that we had an opportunity, to do what we're doing tonight.
Coach, the stat sheet says Malachi had 3 blocks, but he altered a lot of shots, and Bowling Green had so much success driving inside. How did y'all address that beforehand?
Obviously we only had about 2 hours to prepare for him. You know, we did a little work before, the last 2 hours, but, we decided a little bit like we did with Douglas with our strategy. When we played Douglas, we didn't want their shooter to beat us. So we did kind of the exact same strategy against number 12. And we locked onto him, and anything we did, we went, diamond in one, I think one or two possessions, but the rest we just did whatever we could to, not allow him to beat us. And then with everybody, we're okay with drivers because we have Malachi. So, every game we played, we're okay with, we don't tell our kids to lay them or anything like that. But at the same point, we tell them, if it gets close, if you filter them into the rim, just go on and release them and let Malachi take care of the work on the inside, because I think he's third in the KHSA in blocks. But if you could take shots that kids would have taken that they didn't take because he was down there, it would be unbelievable how many blocks that he would have, because he just changes everything in the way we play defense.
Malachi, when you've been out here savoring the moment tonight, has there been any thoughts the day you'll be back out there on that court in a Cats jersey?
it's definitely a surreal moment because I wanted to end my high school career on this floor holding a big old trophy, and I know it wasn't my last time on this floor, but it was my last time in a Great Crossing uniform. So it's honestly surreal, and Coach gonna have a tough time taking this jersey away from me. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, it was definitely a surreal moment, and it's a great way to go out. So
In the back there on the corner.
For Vince, I know you get reps in practice at point guard, but with LJ being hurt, you had to handle the ball a lot more tonight on the point. What was that like, especially Bowling Green's game was coming at you guys, pressure, and the lead was disappearing? What was that like for you to try to protect the ball?
I mean, I got a lot of people around me. It made it a lot easier. Third and fourth quarter, legs started getting tired, fatigue started being a factor, and it showed a little bit. But all in the end, coach has faith in me to run the point guard as the rest of the team. So, just that really.
You lost your starting point guard last night. Then you won 2 games in a row, 3 games in 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean, he barely played Friday last night.
Can you talk about the guys that stepped up, all of them, but and can you guys talk about how that changed your response?
Yeah, I mean, Brady Horn for a ninth grader. I mean, he was guys. If anybody was at the Bryan Station game, you saw how instrumental he was for us even being in the tournament with the way he played that day. And he really stepped up. And Trante Cooper last night, or maybe this morning against Montgomery County, whenever we played them, hit a couple shots early that kept us, afloat in that first half when we were kind of stifled a little bit. But Jamari Mason, another senior, defended really well and, handled it. So, these two guys, Gage and Vince, they handle the ball a lot. We trust them. They're arguably, in some respects could be our best point guard. It's just when you piece a team together and try to figure out what you do with them. We don't want, in most respects, Vince to have to handle the ball as much as he does because we want him coming off scoring a little bit more, and then Gage shoots the ball so well. So we had faith in both of them. I don't think our faith ever wavered when we realized, I realized in the second quarter last night that LJ was done for the weekend. So, but our faith, the kids' faith in each other and my faith in our team never wavered that, we were going to be affected by it.
Any final questions? Coach, congratulations to you and the great Crossing Warhawks. You are the champions. Thank you, guys.
Hey, I got a quick question. Is there like a pack of water anywhere by any chance? Because I've been seeing them like underneath the table and stuff. You know what I mean?